Hello everyone, welcome to Bree's Practical English. My name is Bree and today we're going to look at the difference between people, peoples, and persons. Now, these words can be very tricky in English, but we're going to look at each one and I'm going to explain the differences. So by the end of this lesson, you should have no problem understanding the difference, okay? Also, I'm going to put on my website a written explanation so you can go see that as well. I will link that in the description and in the comments. And by the way, if you are interested in courses with me and PDFs, ebooks, please join my website. I'll be updating it very frequently. For paid members, they're called Premium Studio members on my website. For the Premium Studio members, I have some courses available on pronunciation. I'm working on an ebook that will be available for premium members, and we have a bunch of PDFs on there too. Okay, so let's get into the lesson. So we have people versus peoples versus persons. So let's take a look at each one. So people or peoples, right? Most of the time, people is the correct word you are looking for. People is the plural form of person. So when you're having an everyday conversation and you want to talk about many people, the correct word is probably people, okay? So make people your go-to word for the plural of person, okay? Let's take a look at these examples. One person is waiting in line. Okay, one person, that is the singular. Two people are having lunch. Two people are having lunch. So when we're talking about more than one person, generally we're going to use people as the plural form. Pretty easy, right? I think you've learned that in most English classes from the beginning. Okay, so when do we use the word peoples? Peoples is the plural of people when used for ethnic groups. Okay, so usually the word people is plural for person. But sometimes we use people as a singular noun when talking about a specific group of people. And then peoples is the plural form of people. This is specifically for ethnic groups. Okay, so let's take a look at these examples and see if you can see the difference between people, a people, and peoples. Okay, the first example. The French are a proud people. You can see here, the French are a proud people. So people here is in the singular, a proud people, because I'm talking about one ethnic group. I'm talking about the French, okay, as a group. There are many French people in the world, but the French as a group would be singular. People, okay? The next example, the peoples of the world speak many languages. So in this case, I'm talking about multiple ethnic groups, multiple groups of people, okay? In that case, we're going to put peoples with an S. Are you following me so far? Let me know in the comments if you can understand the lesson so far, okay? Use people to talk about one nation or one ethnic group. People here is singular. The people of the United States have elected a new president. The people, one group of people, one nation. They are a great people. Okay, so remember here, this is not the general use of the word people. This people is singular. Use peoples to talk about multiple nations or ethnic groups. Like I said, peoples is the plural form of people? We learned about the native peoples of Canada. Multiple groups of people, multiple ethnic groups. Customs like this one are shared by many peoples of the world, many different groups of people. Now, when do we use people and when do we use persons? Now that you know how to use people and peoples, when do we use persons? Both people and persons are plural forms of the word person. They are both plural forms. People is the standard plural form of person, right? That's the one we use every day. We use people in most situations. Persons, however, is an archaic plural form of person. What does archaic mean? Archaic means very, very old. It is very formal and mostly used in formal legal writing. Okay? So persons is old, very, very formal, and usually used in legal writing. So we don't use the word persons in everyday conversation. It's a very specific occasion when we use persons. We use persons instead of people because in the legal world and in law enforcement, individuals are prosecuted, not groups. When it comes to legal things and law enforcement, people are treated as individuals. So that is a very good point to remember. The law applies to individuals and not the group as a whole. Okay, take a look at these examples. Each persons engaging in unlawful violence is guilty of riot. Any person or persons found in possession of illegal substances shall be prosecuted. So here you can see, especially in the second example, any person or persons, so any one person or any multiple people, will be prosecuted. Okay, but still, this is not people as one group, multiple individual people. Okay, multiple individuals. Persons is rarely used in everyday conversation. Remember that persons is used in legal writing. It can also be used in writing that sounds legal. For example, rules or public notices. So really, we just use persons when something sounds legal, okay? So it could be a rule, a notice, like some information from the police. So police often use the word persons. Legal writing uses persons. And then it doesn't have to be officially legal paperwork, but something like a rule or a public notice, for example, at the park, at a swimming pool, they might use the word persons just because it sounds more official. Let's see how much you learned. Can you answer these questions with the correct answer? Please write your answers in the comments below. I will be checking them, okay? Question number 1. The indigenous of this region have a rich cultural heritage. Will we use the word people, peoples, or persons? The indigenous blank of this region have a rich cultural heritage. I'll give you a few seconds. Please write down your answer. Okay. The answer is B, peoples. The indigenous peoples of this region have a rich cultural heritage. We use peoples here because we're talking about an ethnic group. Question number 2. The police officer asked for the identification of all blank involved in the incident. You have people, peoples, persons. Okay? I'll give you a hint. Police officer. All right. Take a few seconds, write your answer down. Everyone got it? Okay. The correct answer is persons. The police officer asked for the identification of all persons involved in the incident. Why do we use persons here? Well, it's because it's something legal. We're talking about a police officer and some kind of incident, so they're probably going to use the word persons. Question number 3. There were so many blank at the concert last night. People, peoples, persons. I think you got this one. Take a few seconds, write your answers. Everyone got it? Okay, the correct answer is people. This one we're going to just use in everyday conversation. There were so many people at the concert last night. That one's pretty simple, right? This is going to be the one that we're going to use most of the time, people. Let's do a quick review. The word people is a plural noun that refers to a group of individuals or human beings. It can also be used as a collective noun to describe a nation or ethnic group. The word peoples is also a plural noun, but it refers to multiple distinct groups of individuals with unique cultural or ethnic identities. For example, the indigenous peoples of North America. The word persons is a plural noun that refers to multiple individuals. It is more formal and less commonly used than people and is often used in legal or technical contexts. For example, 2 persons were involved in the accident. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Did you master people, peoples, and persons? If you have any questions, please don't forget to leave them in a comment down below. I will try to answer you in the comments, or I might make a lesson out of your question. So feel free to request any kind of lesson you'd like. Don't forget to check out my blog. I will have a written explanation of today's lesson there. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching today's lesson, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!